All right, ladies, gentlemen, non-gamers, because this isn't even for gamers, welcome back to another reaction. We're doing a lot of these recently, and my fans wanted me to go over the recent drama with Ezra Miller. So, what are my initial thoughts of Ezra Miller? Before I knew all of what I know now, when I just saw him in Justice League, I thought he was a really cool dude. I thought he's a decent actor. I like him as the Flash. I didn't think too much of him. He's just an actor who got a good role. I didn't really know anything else he did. I never heard of him before. I just thought, okay, this is just a guy. Oh dear God, was I fucking wrong. Ezra Miller is fucking crazy. This guy, I think, is mental. I think he has issues. I think he needs to be in an asylum or he needs help. Like, I don't understand how a guy like this did as much shit as he did and was still allowed for as long as he was to still play the Flash. Like, it took a while. I think he got kicked off from playing the Flash. Let me see. Excuse me. Ezra Miller still playing Flash? Question mark? Warner Bros. Calls it quits with Ezra Miller's The Flash. This was on June 18th. So this was a while ago. Ezra Miller, the most exciting star of the Justice show, is apparently ready to be dropped. Okay. So I don't know if he was dropped, but it sounds like he was. But it took a while. Like, he did a lot of crazy shit, and it took a while for him to be dropped. Now, this might be a hot take, and this might get me in a little bit of trouble, but I honestly think a part of it has to do with the fact that he is a they, them. I'm saying he by accident, by the way. I don't mean to misgender anyone. I'm just doing it out of like my own like natural reaction. But yeah, they are obviously on the spectrum of gender. They're not a male. They're not a female. They identify as they. And I think Warner Bros. In some ways was maybe scared to really do anything to him because they didn't want to be seen as LGBTQ phobic. So in a way, I think he kind of had a shield on him for a while. But even after a certain point, with the shit he did, like, it was only a matter of time before Warner Bros. Was like, all right, you're hurting our image, you're hurting us. Like, we don't care who you are, we don't care what you like. You could be a goat fucker for all we care. You are fucking out of here. And I've seen videos of him doing crazy, weird shit with fans. Specifically one where, like, a fan went up to him and was recording. He's like, Ezra Miller, hey, what's going on? And then he's like, oh, can I knock you out? Can I knock you out? You want to be knocked out? And the fans looking at him like, what the hell is wrong with you? But let's see what's happening. Ezra Miller believed that they were the Messiah. The Flash was Jesus of the multiverse. And apparently he choked a woman. I did not see him choke a woman, but apparently he choked a woman too. This is crazy. He got into a lot of scandals in bars and stuff where he beat people up, where he got drunk. It went really badly. This guy obviously has issues. He really does have issues, like, honestly. And I'm not saying that trying to attack anyone in the LGBTQ community. The LGBTQ plus community, is filled with great people. The problem is, I think this guy's a fucking psycho. It has nothing to do with him being they, them. Fuck, I keep saying him, I apologize. It has nothing to do with, they being a they, them. It's literally just to do with his actions. I'm purely judging him based on his actions, not with his affiliations at all. I don't know if I want to watch the clip of him choking out this lady, but let's see it. Oh no.
Learn it? Did you want to fight? Is that the deal?
Like, he asks, the way he does it is he asks questions like, oh, do you want to be knocked out? Do you want to fight? And then look what he does.
Whoa, bro. You want to fight?
Like, he just goes crazy.
Did you want to fight? Is that the deal?
Like, how can he do this in public?
Learn it?
Like, he's fucking crazy, and they're just gonna repeat it. Yeah, so this guy has issues. Anyway, I mean, look at this headline. They believed they were the Messiah and the Flash was Jesus. So, already, let's deconstruct this. This is already fucking crazy. He believes he's the Messiah. That's already an insane claim, but it's still grounded in reality. But how are you going to believe, if you're the Messiah, that Flash, a fictional character that does not exist, is Jesus of the multiverse? At that point, I guess he exists in all the universes, and maybe he's just not in ours yet, but he could come. But, like, with this logic, you could never be wrong. But yo, this is crazy. Anyway, let me skim this. So he would enter treatment to deal with complex mental health issues, which I completely believe he has. He went on a downward spiral saying he was the Messiah. The sad and scary part is, like, I know, well, not I know, but I'm familiar with some famous people who sound like this too. I think we all are. I'm not going to say their names, but oh my god. Miller's mental health began to worsen on the onset of COVID-19. He was doing Fantastic Beasts sequel. And he traveled to Iceland, where he grabbed headlines. He was choking a woman, which I think we just saw. Like, Jesus Christ. His parents got divorced, so he definitely had some drama. He would talk about the metaverse and the medicine, how they're the Messiah. I keep saying he, I do apologize. What their work is here, a source said. They say their spiritual practice is to be among the people, which means party. So when in Iceland, they were out nonstop. Their favorite were raves, where they'd go to benders for 2 or 3 days at a time. So basically what he's saying is he's trying to justify his own ridiculous actions. Like, if he was the Messiah, why the fuck would the Messiah be going to raves? That is not a Messiah. That is a clown. What? He was arrested for disorderly conduct and assault. So he had a farm in Vermont dubbed the Mountain. He had an altar comprised of fucking weed, sage, and bullets and figurines of the Flash. I think he's obsessed with the Flash. What the hell? The Flash is one who brings the multiverse together like Jesus. Okay, yeah, he's actually mental. How did this guy get to where he's at? I'm just shocked. I mean, obviously, maybe, you know, he says it got worse, so he wasn't always like this, but it's sad to see a guy get like this, man. Oh my lord. Okay, with drugs. So he called drugs medicine. Oh my god. What the hell? And firearms was also a concern to their inner circle. One friend recounted Miller burning sage in the barrel of an AR-15. What the fuck? They threatened to kill a North Carolina chapter of the... I can't say that word on stream. Oh my god. Maybe he actually... Now that, yeah, maybe this is how you play fucking good roles in movies. You do a bunch of drugs and go crazy. There's a big bound, the arrow cocked at the table. Jesus. Oh my god. And he was freaking out that they locked his guns away. What the hell? And then Warner Bros. Came to discuss his like future at the studio because they noticed, you know, they are crazy. After the future of the Flash, or Jesus of the multiverse, as Miller referred to the character, was threatened by his actions, he ultimately apologized in person, promised to enter treatment. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, so that's the first article. So that kind of sets the stage of, like, you know, he's pretty fucking crazy. Okay, so, like, what is this? Ezra Miller was reportedly so super delusional that they wanted to marry a Native American spider goddess that will bring the apocalypse. So he's the Messiah, but he's not saving us? He might be the fucking Antichrist for all he's trying to do. Oh my lord. See, the worst part is he looks like a cool dude. See, he looks happy. He looks like a cool guy to be around. But I guess he's a little too happy. With Ezra Miller making headlines daily as of late, one may never know what to expect from the actor. The Flash has been tainted with a controversial tinge. Yeah, honestly, it must suck for WB. They must be like fucking regretting their decision to hire this guy. A dark spiral, which is weird because they already still, or not him, sorry, they, or them. Like, the fact that WB hired them, they must be like regretting that decision. But there's no way they could have known because he was probably normal at the time. I'm not saying he was always crazy. I'm saying, like, what did he become, bro? Anyway, Miller's name has been taken in vain. The actor who was charged with the story of Congress was also indicted for felony burglary. Dangerous, violent behavior on their part. Oh my god. He believes in a fated wedding with a Native American spider goddess. Is this real? Is this a lady? No way. Okay. grandiose sermons, guns, drugs, and alleged assaults and grooming? Oh my god. He was convinced of being the Messiah by a 55-year-old medicine man? What? So someone deluded his head. And it's sad because he's not in a place mentally where I think he can like make his own coherent decisions. Oh my god. So about how the 29-year-old frequently experiences various delusions. See, he's not that much older than me. He's only 5 years older than me. That's crazy. Often eloquently conveyed through several long monologues, some of which his friends had to tolerate. What? Yeah, so look, this is what I was talking about before. They weaponized their gender identity. Ezra Miller accused of using their gender card, or the gender card, to defend heinous crimes, hurled transphobic Nazi slurs at victims. So basically, this is kind of like a person. I'm not saying like Ezra Miller isn't a they them. I'm saying he's using it past what it should be used for, because now he's using it to attack people and trying to like defend his actions that are not defensible by, and you know, mainly it has nothing to do with being, you know, LGBTQ plus. That has nothing to do with doing crimes. Like, that shouldn't be a justification for anything. But anyway, an 18-year-old Native American activist, Dakota Iron Eyes, according to one source, the actor lives within a self-woven world where they envisioned a fated wedding with the young activist. When it comes to Dakota Iron Eyes, her parents, Sarah Jumping Eagle and Chase Iron Eyes, had requested the court to impose a protective order against him. This was owing to how the two met when the Justice League alum was 23 and the young one was only 12? What the hell? Okay, this guy is like really sick in the head. He believes that the destined union will bring about the complete and utter destruction of the entire earth. That the real reason... So again, he's fabricating a false reality because his mind can't comprehend things of why this is happening. And he's saying it's happening because, you know, people want to stop our wedding not because it's wrong, but because the earth will literally end. He has very bad signs of grandiose behavior where he thinks he's like, you know, the cause of everything. He thinks he's the Messiah, and he thinks by getting with an underage girl, he's going to cause the end of the earth. What? Like, what? Anyway, they say there's some kind of Messiah and they're going to lead an indigenous revolution. He professes that he walks through this world with an indigenous humility and spiritual awareness, but point in fact, he doesn't at all because he doesn't care. He's just crazy. Oh my god. See, the thing I don't get is he's apologized, but this has consistently been a thing with him, where like he does these like ridiculous things. Ezra Miller kidnaps teenager and flees from police before he could be arrested. What? Ezra Miller, aka The Flash, reportedly run away and is nowhere to be found. When did this happen? This was June 23rd. What the fuck? What? Okay, the story of Ezra Miller and their potential kidnapping came to light last week since their career personal criminal history have been in the news like crazy. That they have been grooming a minor girl named Takata Iron Eyes since she was 12. So it was the girl we saw before. So her parents are putting all they have into getting protection from this fucking psychopath. The girl's parents are alleging Ezra Miller for exploiting their daughter since they met in 2016 at Standing Rock Reservation. The girl was 12 and Ezra Miller was 23? So now Takata's 18 and are blaming Miller for the physical and emotional abuse of grooming her. Oh my god. So the daughter went with them and they're alleging, I think rightly so, that Ezra kind of infected her fucking mind and like convinced her to go with him, with this sick man. Oh my god. Miller cannot be brought to justice as they are on the run. The fact that you're on the run already means like you've done something wrong. He escaped cops in Hawaii, there in Europe, Australia, and Asia? What? Yeah, he really is Reverse Flash. He is evil. He thinks he's good, but he's evil. Though the order cannot be served to the actor because he cannot be located? Bro, this guy, how has Warner Bros. Not dropped him? Is he still as the Flash? Is he still working as the Flash? Because this is insane. Yeah, like, this is crazy. I honestly think a big part of it is he's saying he's LGBTQ plus, which I'm not saying he's not, but I feel like it's giving him a lot of protection. Like, there's no way he could still be playing the Flash. There's no way. He's been interfering with her life, with her education, controlling every aspect of it. Oh my god. This is like what Twitch does to women. He's like a woman streamer on Twitch, but in real life. This is what he is. He uses violence, intimidation, threats of violence, fear, paranoia, delusions, and drugs? This guy's a fucking... What? What? I'm an adult and I deserve to feel authority in my own body? Okay, so this is Takada saying this. This is so sad. She's so deluded. Takada's father, attorney Chase Iron Eyes, and her mother, Sarah Jumping Eagle, have claimed in court was psychologically manipulating. Of course he was. Look at this guy. If anyone trusts him, they're delusional with him. Oh my god, I don't even want to read this disgustingness. Anyway, this was my reaction to this. Yeah, I don't know. I have a way darker view of Ezra Miller now. I thought it was bad, like he was just harassing people, and if you kind of go near him and like stay around him too long, he like hurts you physically. I didn't know it got this bad. Holy shit, this guy needs to be in prison.